A very good evening to our global audience, and many thanks for tuning in to the Thursday edition of Primetime News. I'm Selima Shumwefileni Masipa. Tonight's bulletin commences at State House, where President Dr. Hage Geingob earlier today received a courtesy call from the Commissioner of the Namibia Revenue Agency, Sam Shivute. During the exchanges, Geingob expressed his pleasure at NAMRA's presentation on its strategic overview plan. Let's listen in to a portion of the exchanges.
The third wave we are claiming, not perfect yet, we are claiming that we come through constitutional means. Term limits will be honored and so on. So therefore, processes, systems and institutions, not individual. So in that context, I was now wondering whether maybe I have a cabinet meeting is my next week. That maybe a few of you can, huh? Until then. Anyway, when this is making cabinet, that maybe you can just come and share it with the cabinet. Because they are the ministers, they should know this good news and what you are doing and also understand. So if you can have time, we can set a date for a cabinet presentation. Not all of you can come there. For that, I would like to thank you for the presentation, really. I know you are doing a great job. You run around, I didn't know it is that good. So from now on, I will demand more. So when people are doing well, you must ask them to do more. So thank you very much. But as I said, it will be good that this is shared as an educational process with the cabinet. And we will invite you to come and present it, if you agree.
Moving on, Minister of Health and Social Services, Dr. Kalumbi Shangula, earlier today officially launched the third edition of the National Guidelines for the Management of Sexually Transmitted Infections. Shangula noted the guidelines recognize the need to address social and cultural aspects contributing to the spread of sexually transmitted infections. Let's listen in.
I express my sincere gratitude to the United States Agency for International Development as well as Project Hope Namibia for their unwavering support, which supported the review of the second edition and the compilation of the third edition, which we are launching here today. We cherish the partnership we have established with our development cooperating partners, which is testimony to the strength of our collaboration and shared commitment to improving the health and well-being of all the Namibians. The launch we are witnessing today marks a culmination of many months of intense preparations and in-depth work to review and update the sexually transmitted infections management guideline.
Today we are gathered here to mark a momentous occasion, the launch of the updated guidelines for sexually transmitted infections, or STIs. This event represents a significant milestone in ongoing endeavors aimed at protecting the well-being of our communities. STIs continue to be a pressing issue, one that contributes to the transmission of HIV and poses a significant burden on public health. The impact of these infections cannot be underestimated, as they not only affect the physical health of individuals, but also have far-reaching consequences on their social and emotional well-being.
Shifting focus onto the SADC matters. Namibia is currently hosting the SADC 25th Ordinary Meeting of the Ministerial Committee of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, which commenced on Monday and concludes tomorrow. Let's listen in.
Honorable Ministers, as I mentioned earlier, that the organ is in session throughout the year. Against this background, Namibia convened 6 extraordinary MCO Troika Plus since September 2022, particularly to consider the security situation in the eastern DRC and the northern Mozambique, where collectively we have made great strides towards strengthening the peace, security, and stability in the region, which are critical ingredients for sustainable development. However, I have to say, we are still facing challenges when it comes to peace in some parts of our region. For example, due to the prevailing security situation in eastern DRC, our region deliberated on the matter and decided to deploy by the 30th September 2023 a SADC Standby Force Brigade Plus in support of DRC to address the insecurity in that part of the country. Of course, the details of the mission will be finalized in the next few months.
Switching attention to neighboring South Africa, where an unexplained explosion ripped through central Johannesburg during rush hour on Wednesday, tearing through a main road and injuring 41 people. Emergency services initially blamed underground gas pipes, but the Igoli Gas Company said it was unlikely the explosion, which cracked tarmac and overturned vehicles, including minibus taxis, was caused by a gas pipeline or leak.
Emergency services said a body was found in central Johannesburg earlier today after an unexplained blast ripped through a busy street at rush hour the previous evening. The explosion blew a hole in the road and gouged out cracks, skittling pedestrians and cars. Panyaza Lesufi, the premier of Johannesburg's Gauteng province, told a media briefing that 48 people were injured. Witnesses reported chemical odors and escaping vapors after the powerful blast, which overturned vehicles including minibus taxis.
I never experienced this incident. To me, I'm very shocked and I'm not safe. I'm thinking of like maybe go somewhere where there's a house towns where I know that I'm safe. Here I'm not safe. About this, I'm not safe.
Les Sufi said a preliminary inspection did not reveal the cause of the explosion. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to the Primetime Biz Slot, your go-to segment for all things business and economics. Entrepreneurship kickstarts the slot. The Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board is inviting micro, small and medium enterprises to participate in the second annual Know to Grow Next Generation Entrepreneurs Showcase. More from this insert.
The Know2Grow Next Generation Entrepreneurs Showcase is a platform meant to serve as a catalyst for growth and innovation, providing MSMEs with a solid platform to help MSMEs gain access to clients and improve their abilities. NIPDB, in a statement issued on Wednesday, said that MSMEs form the lifeline of any thriving economy. It stated that their potential to create employment opportunities and their inherent dynamism make them the backbone of the economic structure. It added that K2G Next Generation Entrepreneurs seek to highlight and capacitate scalable businesses from diverse sectors. For Swakopmund, the event endeavors to bring a surge of tourism and amplify MSME activities in the local economy. This year, MSMEs specializing in textile manufacturing, agriculture, horticulture and food processing, aquaculture, electronics, information, communication and technology, renewable energy and green hydrogen and pharmaceuticals are particularly encouraged to apply, it stated. Reporting for Primetime News, Ishmael Mukuvonda.
Keetmanshoop Municipality Mayor MacDonald Hanse says the council has taken a decision to join the Southern Regional Electricity Distribution Company despite the community's plea not to do so in fear of high electricity tariffs.
Hanse's response follows a recent protest by the residents at the town who cited that they were not consulted in the initial process that led to the establishment of the company as the first stakeholders and end users of electricity. However, Hanse, in an interview with Nampa, recently said the decision to do so follows a cabinet decision that approved the establishment of regional electricity distributors in November 2000 on recommendations of the Ministry of Mines and Energy. He said the decision to establish the REDs is to limit electricity distribution licenses and improve efficiency, services delivery and viability of the industry. According to the mayor, for the last 6 years or so, the shareholders' agreement was with the Attorney General's office and was only approved in January this year. He, however, gave assurance that SORED will bring efficiency in the sector and consumers will pay reasonable and cost-effective tariffs that offer sustainability and ensure uninterrupted electrical supply. The shareholders of SORED will be the local authorities and regional councils in the Hardap and Karas region. However, Nampower will not be part of the shareholders as in all other REDs, according to the mayor. Reporting for Primetime News, Ishmael Mukuvonda.
That wraps up our top segment for tonight. Up next is the Econ Roundup, followed by the weather forecast. Welcome to Sport Planet, your go-to segment for all things sporting action. The FIFA Women's World Cup, currently underway and co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand, roared to life as Hannah Wilkinson scored the only goal as New Zealand recorded a historic 1-0 victory over Norway in the opening game of the tournament earlier today. It was the country's first ever win at the World Cup, which came in front of more than 42,000 in Auckland, the biggest crowd in New Zealand football history.
I still have goosebumps. I still have emotions in me. It's we waited for this moment for such a long time, and having this opportunity at home, beating Norway, strong opposition, hearing our fans being behind us, that's just unforgettable moment for me as a coach, and of course for all the players that have been involved and all the people that are actually supporting our team. I knew it means so much for them, but seeing them having tears in their eyes and enjoying it in front of their families and friends and fans, incredible moment for me as a coach, and I will never forget this moment. I really believe this World Cup will wake up a lot of passion in football, and one of our goals and our priorities as a team, we want to keep inspiring. We want to keep inspiring with those performances like today.
Staying with football, England defender Kyle Walker has told manager Pep Guardiola he wants to leave treble winners Manchester City for Bundesliga champions Bayern Munich, Sky TVA reported on Thursday. The report said that Walker has agreed personal terms with Bayern, where he is to receive a 2-year contract until 2025 with the option for another season. Sky said Bayern would now submit a first offer to City in the region of 15 million euros, approximately $16.8 million. It is unlikely, though, that the two sides will reach an agreement before Bayern embark on their Asian tour on Monday. City are also on their way to Asia and will play a pre-season game against Bayern in Tokyo. Your sports roundup is up next. And with that, we have reached the end of the Thursday edition of our newscast. It's been a pleasure having you thus far in the week. Do catch me tomorrow as we wrap up the Primetime News weekly broadcast. From myself, Selima Shumwefeleni Masipa, and the entire production crew behind the scenes, have a restful evening. Good night.